The 2027 general election is gradually gathering momentum, and it is not unexpected to see leaders using every available opportunity to weigh in on political developments in the country and across the continent. This gathering of Nigeria's political elites to celebrate former Imo State Governor Emeka Ihedioha presents another opportunity for political fireworks.
I've made my life pursue because of democracy. And so when I take certain positions, you should understand. I do not take positions because I like you or I don't like you, but because I believe that democracy remains the best form of governance in our land. And because I do no other business than pursuing this cause, it makes sense for me to do everything to sustain it.
What sort of democracy?
Former President Olusegun Obasanjo, in his assessment of the topic, "Is democracy failing in Africa?" described democracy as un-African. Obasanjo lamented that the system of government has seen people grab power corruptly and asked their opponents to approach the courts, knowing that the judiciary cannot give them justice.
Today we have democracy, which is government of the people, of small number of people, by a small number of people, over large number of people who are deprived of what they need to have in life. Now that is not democracy that will endure. So if you are talking of democracy failing in Africa, democracy in Africa has failed. And why has it failed? Because it didn't have any in context and in content. It's not African, corruptly.
While Obasanjo's view was that democracy is failing, former presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election, Peter Obi, said democracy has totally collapsed in Nigeria.
They started in 1999, laid the foundation. Some people came and took it to a decking, and some people were trying to raise it to first floor, and some people came and knocked everything down. That's the situation we are now. Everything has been knocked down. Nothing works. And I'm somebody who can say this exemplarily. I became a governor through the court when President Obasanjo and Atiku were in government. I did not pay the court 1 naira. I was sitting in my house in the office, and the court declared me winner. When a governor is hosting them, it can happen in Nigeria today. When I was being impeached, the president sent people to come and intervene on my behalf. Ken Namani came begging House people not to impeach me. Today, the president impeaches the person. So that is the same size collapse.
I think there are
the keynote speaker, Bishop Matthew Hassan Kuka, was concerned about the decline in freedom of speech, freedom of the press, justice, equity, and fairness. Bishop Kuka blamed the attitude of African leaders to governance for the declining value of the democratic system.
You cannot hope to be in a democracy if the media does not have the opportunity to do its job. Okay? The second point is, the essence of democracy is the defense of human rights, anchored on the principles of equity and fairness. We don't need to preach about democracy. The question people should ask is, why should we allow our people to be nostalgic about the military or about colonial rule? Because there are times Nigerians have said openly, we wish white people will come back. We wish the military will come back. We wish this person will come back. The question, therefore, is whether we measure our democracy by the kind of things we want for ourselves.
which he personally committed his legislative journey.
The Deputy Speaker of Nigeria's House of Representatives, in defense of the present administration, said Nigeria's democracy is making steady progress.
Nigeria is making steady progress despite varying challenges, characteristics of the developing nation. One of the basic features of democracy is the periodic conduct of elections to choose leaders to whom the people has
argued by classical English philosopher Thomas Hobbes in his book Leviathan, willfully submit to their will and agree to be governed by the few. Hobbes tells us that to escape the state of nature where life is brutish, nasty, and short, like Bishop said, individuals surrender their individual rights and freedom to a central authority. In return, they get protection and security which allows the individual to live in peace and safety. This is the essence of democracy.
Comparative analyses were made to China, where the quality of life is much better even without democratic governance. The conclusion here seems to be that the quality of leadership and the selection process are what will make democracy make sense. Ogianave Uduimo, AIT News Abuja.